What is going on, all you card collecting maniacs out there? This is Ryan, the 40-year-old collector. So today we're going to be looking at what I consider to be the real premier product in modern football cards. So that is the Panini Prizm sets. We're going to be looking at the rat's nest of different products and boxes and packs and racks and all of that craziness that they have going on. I'm going to give you my opinions on it. I hope that you share yours down in the comments below because I would love to see what you guys think as well. I also want to remind everybody, so the month is getting short. This is our Cards Against Cancer month, and for every new subscriber, we're donating $2 to our local children's cancer charity. It's been a ton of fun watching the subs come in. It's been a ton of fun thinking about that big check that we're going to write somebody. So if you've been on the fence, you've been watching my channel, hit that subscribe button. We got some time left in this month. Let's get that check as big as possible. So lots of cool stuff to talk about. Let's get after it right now. All right, everybody, let's get this show on the road. We don't talk a lot about modern on this channel, but I'm interested in modern. I love football in general. I love football card collecting in general. I think there's some great players nowadays who are going to turn into future Hall of Famers. Josh Allen's got a chance. I think Patrick Mahomes is a lock. I'm all in on Tyreek Hill. I think there's some great players, and I'm starting to look at their cards and understand, is now the time to buy them? Should I wait till later in their careers? So, of course, I've been looking a lot at modern cards. I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to be looking at the Panini Prizm set in this one. I think that is the best chase set for most people. Yes, you can go out and buy they call it a case, but it's a box of cards for $2,000, $3,000, $5,000. It has 1 to 8 cards in it. That's just not realistic for me. I don't think it's realistic for most of the collecting population, but I think Panini Prizm is high value, high quality. I think that's going to be where our future NFL Hall of Fame rookie cards come from, is the Panini Prizm set. I think it'll either be the base Prizm or the silver Prizms. We'll just have to wait and see. But we're going to be focusing on that for this discussion because, man, is there a lot going on in this set. It is mind-boggling, everything that is going into this Panini Prizm set and really everything that's going on in the modern hobby in general. So I thought before we get into this, I wanted to start off with a definition of rarity. Now, we all know what rarity is, but I thought understanding the literal definition of it is going to help us here. So definition of rarity, not occurring very often, right? Easy basic. Not found in large numbers and consequently of interest or value. So I'm a PSA card collector. I live by my population report. I know that 2 players of similar quality, of similar eras, of similar desire, if one has a population of 2,000 in a PSA 10 and one has a population of 200 in a PSA 10, the 200 is going to be more expensive than the 2,000, right? Just because it's in lower quantities and it drives more interest and value. And then unusually good or remarkable. I thought that was important to call out as well because there are some players who are going to transcend the population report. There are some players like Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Tom Brady, Wayne Gretzky. You can collect almost any of their cards from any of their years, regardless of set, regardless of population report. It's going to command a premium because they are unusually good and remarkable. Now, the next slide, we're going to be looking at the Panini Prizm set. We're going to look at all of the different cards in the set, the different boxes and packs and racks and blasters and all that nonsense that they put out. And it's important to do that, and it's important to understand rarity because what I'm trying to understand and what I want to have this discussion about is 10, 15, 20 years from now, what cards from this set are we going to be going after? What are we going to be chasing? What is going to hold the value? That's very important to try and wrap our heads around today. None of us have crystal balls. None of us know what the next 10 or 15 years is going to look like, but we need to kind of make some guesses today. We have to look at it. We got to make some educated guesses. We can look at a little bit in the past. We went through the junk wax era in the 90s. I certainly don't think that we're in a junk wax era, but there were some similarities to what card companies started doing in the 90s to drive interest, to get new collectors in, to what I see Panini and some of the other brands doing now. So without further ado, I want to let you know there's a lot on this next slide. If it gives you a headache, you can't even imagine the headache it gave me putting it together. But as I was putting it together, the bigger the headache I got, the more important I thought it was, and the more relevant the information was. So, all right, let's jump into it. So these are all of the different boxes or packages or ways that you can purchase Panini Prizm 2021. There's Hobby Box. FOTL stands for First Off the Line Exclusives. Mega Boxes. You can buy these China T-Malls. Fanatics has their own brands. There's blaster packs. There's hanger packs. Look at it all. And then underneath each of that, these are the exclusive cards that are available specifically in those packs. So in hobby boxes, the specific ones that you can get in there, you can get an orange parallel, which is numbered to 249. You can get a blue wave parallel, which is numbered to 99, a hyper to 175. In the China Team All exclusives, you can get a base red and yellow numbered to 49. You can get a rookie red and yellow numbered to 8. I did all this for us to understand all of the different serial numbered cards, all of the different chase cards, all of the different varieties that is in front of us when we're looking at modern cards today. I did this to highlight it can be very confusing. I don't know. I have no idea if a light blue rookie card from a hanger box is going to be more valuable than a black and white checker from a gravity-fed package. Or is a no-huddle Prizm going to be more valuable than a pink from a mega box exclusive? It's just very confusing to me. I think it's confusing to the hobby, and I think it's a little bit of a disservice to have all of these out there. So what does it all boil down to? There's 15 different pack and box variations that I found. There's 22 different numbered variants, and there's 43 different parallels. That is for each individual card. 43 different parallels for each card in that set. On top of that, there's also all of these inserts. So you have rookie patch autos, rookie autos, stained glass, illumination, color blast. All of these just add on top of all of these different variants for these individual cards. So what it all boils down to is this. I'm a rookie card collector. I think we all agree that for long-term value, for long-term growth, rookie cards are where you want to put your money, okay? So just looking at this from a rookie card perspective, there's 58 possible rookie variants for one player. This is one set. This is 2021. Let's talk about T-Law. Let's talk about Trevor Lawrence. Like, mad shout out to you. You just led a huge comeback against the Dallas Cowboys. You got a new coaching staff. You're doing big things. Like, I think you're finally going to realize your full potential. Sorry to get down that rabbit hole, but 58 different Trevor Lawrence rookie cards just in this one 2021 Panini Prizm set. Okay. Fascinating fact I heard the other day. Michael Jordan had 40 different rookie cards. That was it. Michael Jordan had 40 different rookie cards. Kobe Bryant had 100 different rookie cards. LeBron James had 400 different rookie cards. And then Zion Williams has over 2,500 different rookie cards. Think about that. Michael Jordan's rookie card is 1986. Zion Williams' rookie card was just a couple years ago. Think about all of the changes that have happened in the hobby to go from 40 different rookie cards for Michael Jordan to over 2,500 for Zion Williams. I don't know what to collect. I wouldn't even know where to begin. Do you do autographs? Do you do autographs with patches? Do you do one-of-ones? Like, it's very, very, very confusing. And I thought calling this out and identifying this and talking about it and understanding why Panini's probably doing this is important as well. So on the next slide, I'm going to let you know, I feel like opening a Panini product is like going to a casino. Think about when you go to a casino. First off, I'm not a big gambler. I have terrible luck. I also work really hard for my money, like everybody who's watching this video. I have a big problem when I lose. I get excited when I win. I feel even worse when I lose. So I don't do much casinos. But I do know that when you're there and you win, there's lights and energy and sound and excitement and everything is getting you pumped up, right? Like before you go and open a box, like, yeah, I'm so excited. What might happen? And at the same time, like when you win in a casino, all of that helps you. Yeah, hey, I just won $500. Like the whole intent of that excitement, the lights, the sound, the buzzers is to keep you engaged because they want you to forget, yeah, you just won 500, but you've spent 10,000 since you've been here. And it's all designed around giving you this good feeling so that you keep coming back because the house always wins. I'm under no illusion. If I pay $50 for a box of baseball cards, like I don't intend on getting $50 worth of credit out of it. Like I know there's $50 worth of value potential, obviously, or else why would you buy it? But I'm doing it for fun. I'm doing it to do it with my kids. I just, sure you can get way more than that, but the house always wins. I feel like Panini is trying to create this casino environment where when you open a product, you're going to get something shiny. You might get something serial numbered. You're going to get something that makes you feel special. It makes you feel like you got something that's rare. It makes you feel like you got something that's exclusive. When in actuality, you probably got nothing. And one of those good examples that I wanted to see here is in the very next slide. And this is, so first off, I built this slide content out like a month and a half ago when I first started doing this channel. So I've had other priorities. I wanted to show you guys a lot of my personal slabs before I got into this. But the good thing is this Trevor Story rainbow lot has been on eBay ever since I built this out, I don't know, 45 days ago. It is priced at $899. Look at all of these cards that's in there. It has not sold. You know, you can see how many people are watching. I haven't seen anybody watching it. It has been relisted. It has never sold. And I want you to look at some of the quality that's in here, right? Like there's a 1 of 1. There's numbered to 5. There's numbered to 7. There's actually another 1 of 1. You can't see it on here because the screen cut it off. But there's 2 1 of 1s. There's a number to 5, a number to 7, number to 10, number to 10, number to 25, number to... Like there's a lot of effort and care that went into creating and curating this collection in order to put it on eBay for sale, because there's no way anybody pulled all of these themselves, right? But the fact of the matter is nobody is willing to pay $899 for this kaleidoscope of Trevor Story cards. Trevor Story's a great player. He's having a great season. He's a perennial all-star. This isn't his rookie card. So this just makes me think, like, what is the value in all of these cards? Why? Like, I get it that they're out there. It seems like maybe people would enjoy chasing this. And if you're a Trevor Story collector, you might love it. Like, this could be of immense value to you, which is great. I love that. That's what I love about collecting. Like things that hold value to me might not hold value to other people and vice versa. But again, I approach this from I want to collect things that matter to me. I want to collect things that matter to the hobby. I want to collect things that matter to other people. That way, if for whatever reason, someday my daughters or their kids decide to sell it, you know, somebody has to value it more than I did and pay more for it than I did. And this is just, it breaks my heart to see this because I can't imagine, this person probably loves this set. This is only $26 on average per card. If you break it all out, this is $26 on average per card for $899. And there's 2 1 of 1s in here. To me, all this does is confirm my thought that all of these colors and rainbows and serial numbers, it just doesn't add a ton of value. All it does is give Panini more product to push. It makes the people who are buying these products feel good when they get a quote unquote hit. So anyways, I thought that was interesting and I thought that was really relevant. And at the end of the day, listen, just because chasing this isn't for me doesn't mean that you shouldn't go out there and do it. I just thought it was really important to call this out, that in the modern space nowadays, I feel like there's so much noise. There needs to be somebody, and that somebody certainly isn't me. There needs to be somebody, whether it's a company, whether it's an authority in the space. Hopefully Fanatics is going to buy Panini and really narrow it down so we understand what we're going after, because for the long-term success, we don't want to end up in Junk Wax Era 2.0. We don't want to end up with all of these cards that are worth nothing, that aren't worth the cardboard they're printed on, because there's just 4 million of them out there. So always my final thoughts here. Decide on collecting versus investing. Like if you're just a collector, go after it. Who cares? Forget all the nonsense that I talked about cards holding value and being worth in 10 or 15 years. You got a favorite player, you see a card that's really cool, you think it's awesome, grab it. Who cares? Don't listen to any of my nonsense. But if you're investing, if you're trying to say, hey, I really want these to appreciate over time because maybe this is a part of my ultimate retirement goal. I want to sell these cards and, get on a yacht and, sail to Tahiti and live, in my skivvies, then this might not be the way to go for you. Or you have to have very, very, very firm conviction that this is the one that you go after is the one that's going to grow over time. The other thing, understanding rarity and how it plays into long-term value of cards, right? Like just because something's stamped, numbered out of 25, stamped number out of 39, stamped number out of 50, doesn't make it rare. Like, yes, it might be the only one of that in the world, but if Panini puts out 17 different colors and 16 of those 17s are numbered to 50 or less, it's probably not super rare. Like it's probably not going to hold a ton of value over time. The other thing is what I referred to earlier, like understand the price of a card is what someone else is willing to pay. That's it at the end of the day. If you're a collector, then who cares what someone else is willing to pay? But if you're somebody who wants to sell these cards at some point, you have to understand the value that you hold for it. Somebody has to have more value for it later on because they have to pay you more money than you paid for it originally. So, and then finally, remember the inserts of the 90s. Hey, I was around in the 90s. I remember when it was a junk wax era. I remember when all of a sudden these companies started doing inserts, and inserts weren't serial numbered. They weren't autographed, or very, very, very rarely were they autographed. And it brought some excitement to the hobby. You had chase cards that you'd go after. Well, nowadays you look at those insert cards and yes, everybody went after them. We chased them. We bought them. I remember having my binder and I had the regular set on one side and I had all my inserts on the back, but they just don't hold any value nowadays because there was a ton of them and because there wasn't any real sense of rarity tied to them. So I just want to make sure those of us who are out there, we're buying modern cards. I got some for my kids for Christmas. We're going to rip it. We're going to have some fun. We're going to do it here on this channel. But just understand what you're doing and understand what you're going after. And at the end of the day, collect what makes you happy. Let's have a ton of fun. And, we'll see what the future holds. But that's my take on these modern cards. So y'all have a great one. Talk to you later.